Yep.
Good shot.
I like that.
I see you.
She's on fire.
Stay left, Danny.
Oh. Okay. Hit me.
There it is. Oh, that's a dunk. That's a dunk. 2014.
Nice.
Let's go, Megan.
MVP.
Right.
MVP. Oh.
Good defense.
Oh, go, grab that. Yeah. That's the game. That's the game.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Bradley Beal is out there with Paul. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Durant. And it's Porzingis in a power forward. And for New York, they've got Franz Wagner. Daniel Gafford is out there with Towns. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. Hey, Greg, what are you looking for here as they enter their first night of a back-to-back?
We'll see how the coaching staff distributes minutes among the players. You don't want to overuse your guys tonight and leave them sluggish for tomorrow. It's about finding a balance.
Now here's Paul. Outside Durant. Paul with the ball. Shoots over Curry. Paul with the bucket.
So tough to keep up with the energy of Chris Paul at the point guard position, especially when he's handling the rock like that.
Here's Curry. Porzingis with the block. And he recovers it. Here's Wagner. Towns the pass to Gafford. Shot clock at 2. Curry outside. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Beal with it. Defended now by Wagner. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Beal. Paul's got his second bucket.
And Beal finding a guy with a better look that time.
Towns looking it over. Gafford kicks to Curry. From outside, off the mark.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Lopez outside. Back to Beal. Shoots over Towns. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Beal is a star and a top-shelf scorer, so that jumper is as pure as it gets.
Greg, looking at the history of the Lakers, they always feel they're a title contender.
And they've been to the finals in every decade. Their longest championship around L.A., just 12 years. So, to me, the best franchise in NBA history.
Here's Beal. After the basket by Franz Wagner. Beal drives in, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Talking about Bradley Beal, Greg, I feel like he doesn't get enough credit for his passing game.
You know, Kevin, he's really evolved as a playmaker over the years. Sure, we all know how talented a scorer and shooter he is, but Bradley is now superb at facilitating.
And so he hits both.
Bradley Beal has been one of the most consistent scorers in the game year after year. He is an offensive machine.
Here's Curry with the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Paul. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Curry with it. Chris Paul covering. And again, New York with the triple.
They're almost always layups for Curry at this point. Makes the 3 look so easy.
Passes it to Lopez. Kicks to Durant. Scoops over Anunoby. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Man, they're making everything and look confident. 5 shots, 5 makes.
On the wing, Anunoby. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Towns against Durant. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 1. Gafford inside, guarded by KD.
Durant covering a lot of territory with his length.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. When you look at this Knicks roster, Greg, this is a team that feels it can make a deep playoff push.
And they have their stars. They have tons of young talent. Developing that talent and adding a piece or two should get them where they want to go.
The first free throw is good. And for a team in the NBA's biggest market, Brett, amazing that it's been 5+ decades since the Knicks' last title.
That's unbelievable. I mean, they've been close a couple times, but that has not been in recent history, Kevin, as you know. They've had a lot of great players, but man, it just shows you how hard it is to win in this league.
And KD drops them both. We know Greg L.A.'s challenge recently has been finding the right supporting cast for their stars.
And they're looking for that perfect fit. And sometimes that's all it takes. You know, it's finding those perfect 1 or 2 other guys to get you there.
Paul against Curry. Paul passes to Lopez. He kicks to KD. Drills it from outside. Durant's got 7 points in the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Curry. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Paul passes to Porzingis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, almost impossible to stop down low at 7-3. Porzingis over the top.
Pass to Brown. Here's Curry. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And you know what? He's just not on this game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. When you look at Chris Paul, what sets him apart from other point guards?
Well, he's just such a master of not only the mid-range, but delivering passes and making sure that big guys are accountable for the role player that they're having to guard on every pick-and-roll possession he plays in.
Now here's Towns. Scoreless thus far. Porzingis with the block.
That's a forgotten skill as Porzingis able to get up there and throw that one away. He's finished top 10 in blocks a couple of times.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
The free throw drops for Towns. Hey, Greg, even by modern big man standards, Karl Anthony Towns can really shoot the three.
Yeah, and the only center to win a three-point shooting contest. Towns has developed a terrific stroke, and he just shoots the ball as well as most of the guards in our league.
Now, here's Wagner. Porzingis with the block.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
And the shot goes in. Paul's got 8 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Paul against Curry. That one's good. Just his third make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
Yeah, sometimes, and it's most of the time, there's nothing you can do. Steph is just too premier of a talent. Doesn't get rattled that time down in the post.
Now here's Beal. He's got 6 over Towns. Beal can't get it to go.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Here's Curry. 8 points for him. And again, New York with the triple.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lag with confidence.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Chris Paul is out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Durant, then it's Brook Lopez, and it's Porzingis in at the 4. Now, here's Wagner. No basket with that shot, having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Outside Curry. Rebound the Lakers. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
Here's Curry after the made shot from KD. Anunoby with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Curry with the bucket.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Trying to get open as Lopez. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And that's what Paul does best, giving his man a great scoring opportunity.
Knicks trail by 7. Here's Wagner. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive play?
Now here's Paul. He's got 8. Here's KD. Not happening that time. His second miss and 5 shots. On the wing, Anunoby. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Teams cut back on practices to limit the load on players. And Frank, some say it creates the opposite effect. Players not conditioned to the level they need to be.
And you wonder in the next couple years, Kevin, if some of the coaches, just depending on the life cycle of their team, with a team being young as opposed to a team being veteran, that coaches are going to find creative ways to get more practice time in. We know practice time is where teams improve the most.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Simons grew up under the tutelage of his father, whose workout regimen sometimes left his son in tears. Anthony said, "I didn't get real joy from working out until middle school. By high school, it was just a normal day. It was so ingrained into me, working out extra and getting up as many shots as possible." Kevin?
Well, it brought him here, David. Thank you so much for the story. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. And that sends Nikola Vucevic to the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez, and he's got his first chance at the line here. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Lakers. Clarkson comes in for Bradley Beal.
Vucevic at the line. 1 shot.
What's up?
And Vucevic, no good on that.
And one of the most underrated bigs in the NBA. Vucevic quietly dominates on a consistent basis. Yeah, way to play and attack mode and get to the line.
For Los Angeles, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
And the first one drops.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a bit, Clarkson tightened up his game, and now he is a key factor in what this team does.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for Vucevic. And both free throws good for Clarkson.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Clarkson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Clarkson draining one from deep, something he has to continue to work on. Stretch out the floor.
And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Here's Curry. He's got 14. Wagner, right side. Pass to Gafford. 6 to shoot. Here's Anunoby.
The underrated part of Kevin Durant's game, his length and timing affecting shots.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Gafford against Clarkson. Durant inside. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Now it's a 7-point Laker lead. Clarkson against Wagner. Shots good by Gafford.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
38.
And it's Paul with the ball for Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team, and they showed it, winning both matchups last season.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Christian Brown's checked in for New York.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Call against Curry. Here's Batum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one is on Towns. And Brent Batum in his later years now still has a lot to offer.
It's been awesome to watch Nick Batum and the career arc he's had. A guy that used to be a high usage guy. Now he just plays with the ball at the top of the key, makes the right play, and hits key shots.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Well, Batum just brings a lot of experience and helps this team remain confident that he's going to make the right play, make the subtle contributions to put you in a place to win.
Here is Paul. The Knicks making the shot. Here's Durant. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
The assist.
Paul's got 4 assists now tonight. The pass to Gafford. Here's Brown. Outside, Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Curry. Another shot. Curry gets it done in the paint.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Paul kicks to Batum. Out to the right wing. Here's KD. Banked in off the glass. KD's got 15.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Clarkson against Wagner. Outside Curry. They grab their own miss. Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And you have to account for Towns on the backboard. He is too big to miss.
It's blocked. Passes to Gafford. Now here's Curry. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need to replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, I might as well go to the slow-mo.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Los Angeles Lakers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Here with Coach Tibbs. You're hanging in there. What's the key to get control of this game?
We got to get some stops. That's the big thing. We fell behind to start the game, starting to work our way back. And we got to keep it going, but we got to get stops so we get out and run.
Never a surprise that defense is first in Coach's mind. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 15 points and 1 block. Coming off a great performance last game, tonight he looked like he had that same aggressive mindset. What'd you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
They're running a smooth offense tonight, creating high-quality shots. Motion, sharp as a razor. Their spacing is excellent. They're moving the ball well. I love the way this team is playing.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Towns is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then it's Franz Wagner. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Curry in at the point guard. And here is Paul. After the three-pointer from Karl Anthony Towns, Paul finds Beal. Down low, here's Porzingis. And the rejection by Towns. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. This Lakers franchise, of course, has a lot of championships, but they know that nothing's given. Coach Darvin Ham said that ring and them banners don't come if you ain't on your thing. You've got to be focused and make every day count. Talking about championship. At some point, the lip service gets old. You've got to go do it. Kevin, back to you.
Got to go do it. He's all about action. David, thank you. Knicks trail by 3. To the paint. Here's Towns. A special move before the shot. Towns has got 5 points now this quarter.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
And a moment to see numbers for Lopez. Averaging about 7 points, almost 2.5 blocks, and 4 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
Well, he attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
Now here's Curry. He's got 16, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
They're doing work. Here's the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
We talked so much, Brent, about Steph Curry shooting. What about his leadership skills and what that means to the team?
Now, there's no doubt the team feeds off of Steph's positive joy and energy and his commitment to the game. He wills them to victory night in and night out.
Now here's Durant. OG Anunoby unable to get his last shot to go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. KD's got 17 now.
Yeah, pull out your dictionary, look up the term pure scorer. You might see a picture of one Kevin Durant.
Here's Wagner, and he uses the glass on the layup. Wagner's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting to
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
The Knicks making a switch here. Vucevic has checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Simons, he's checked in for Paul. That's good from Stephen Curry.
And more artwork from the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Curry making it look easy.
Simons kicks to Beal. The layup off target.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
On its way from Curry for 2, and good. That thing was that time as it falls.
Just another day at the office for Steph Curry, making this look easy.
Curry against Simon. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to Vucevic. Curry with it. Puts up a deep 3. Tries again. And Vucevic with the layup. Vucevic has got 6.
And how about the hustle from Vucevic there on the glass, securing that precious second chance opportunity for the team.
And the Lakers call time here. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
A different look for New York. Marcus Morris comes in for Daniel Gafford. And Christian Brown subbed in for Wagner. And then for Los Angeles, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Lopez. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Kevin Durant. Now here's Curry. He's got 24. Here's Vucevic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Vucevic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And not to mention they're playing with great activity. A lot of block shots, good hands, active hands, nothing easy for the opposition.
Here's Beal after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic.
52. 2 minutes remaining in the third.
A minute 50 left in the third. And that one, good.
Well, assertive play there from Oubre, just being aggressive and not bothered by the touch.
And a deep 3 from Curry. It's rebounded by Jordan.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Oh, what a jam!
Man, finishing it off there. Simons showing great quickness and alertness to get there that time.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Brown. Back to Curry. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Jordan.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Taking his motion right into the D. Simons does a good job of drawing that contact.
First one falls for him. And some changes here for the Lakers. Batum comes in for Porzingis. And it's Clarkson in for Bradley Beal. And Simons drops them both.
And Simons really settling in to what he is in this league, and that is a microwave scorer that can come in and get buckets.
Vucevic, good D by Jordan. Shot and game clock separated by 5. For the tie. Out to Clarkson. Hits the three-point bomb. Clarkson's got 8.
Show of confidence right now from Jordan Clarkson and his jump shot.
Los Angeles Simons.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Curry. 7 seconds left to play in the third. 2 on the clock. And he connects with the jumper. Clarkson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Clarkson can get inside. He's athletic to do that, and then needs the touch in that area. Showed it off there.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Lakers lead by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Chris Paul. Batum is out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. New York trailing. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid. When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The pass to Gafford. And it's sent back by Lopez. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Wednesday, they'll be playing the Clippers in Los Angeles. And then on Friday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them. But you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Wagner against Clarkson. This is a Duananope. 6 on the shot clock. New York, no good that time either.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
The 3 from KD. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here is Curry after Jordan Clarkson hitting the 3. Wagner outside. Back to Curry. Shot to stop the run. Curry crashes inside.
Yeah, all those things that Steph does before the game, and you think there's no way he's pulling those off in the game. Guess what? He's pulling them off in the game.
KD can't get it to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Wagner passes to Duananope. Lopez with the block, and they're able to recover. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Gafford. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Kicks to Lopez. Durant against Anunoby. Porzingis. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Porzingis. Ball against Curry. Pass to Gafford. And he drops it in from the low post. Gafford's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
2 points. That one goes. And the Lakers lead by 9.
You saw how close the defender was. It really doesn't matter. KD creates the space and still scores.
Curry against Paul. Curry dishes to Towns. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Brook Lopez.
And you got to like Towns being assertive there. When he plays like this, it really makes the defenders uncomfortable.
And he makes the first. And the Lakers making a change here. Simons is checked in. And Towns drops them both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And the Lakers call time here.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just torn them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Now, here's Simons. It's rebounded by New York. Gafford's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Fourth personal foul.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
Both free throws good from Wagner.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Curry against Paul. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists in the game. Curry against Paul. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Wagner against Simon. .137 left in the fourth quarter. It's tipped. Pass to Curry. Curry to the rim. That one doesn't drop.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Lakers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for KD.
Guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Here's Paul after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. And the rejection by Gafford. 2 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Durant. Curry against Paul. And so the Lakers take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, KD. It was a good start. What happened with that rough patch later on, though?
We weren't disciplined. We were just shooting shots just to shoot them, throwing passes just to pass them. No sense of urgency, no purpose. And against a team like that, they're looking for something to get them back in the game, and we just let them back in.
Close the door, but stuff to work on. I know, man. Thanks. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.